Alright guys, how are we doing? How is the sneaker game treating you? Hopefully you've been managing to get some W's on some of these sneakers. Now listen, we have a jam-packed episode today full of a bunch of really important news that you guys just need to know. A bunch of Yeezy stuff, a bunch of Jordan stuff. Things are really starting to heat up in the sneaker world right now. Of course, holiday season being right around the corner. There's a bunch of stuff that you guys will want to know that is upcoming very soon. Now before we get into all of this information, there are a few things I gotta tell you guys. First up, if I sound a little bit sick, it's because I'm a little bit under the weather. I'm down with something, nothing major. I'm still good. I still gotta bring you guys the news, the information, as we are about to hit 50K. It may even happen while you're watching this episode. So I would just want to say thank you guys so freaking much for getting us to this point. We're here. We made it. 50K. It's a huge milestone, and I appreciate whenever you guys joined. I appreciate it massively. But with that being said, I gotta give you guys the news. So let's start off with a release recap like we always do. The Off-White Jordan 2. We gotta start here. These dropped on November the 12th. That was the Friday, both in this colorway and then of course the black and blue colorway. Did you manage to get it? I actually did. I got the freaking black and blue colorway off the Nike sneakers app, which I'm super excited about. Super excited to check these things out. Now apparently these were relatively hard to get, like relatively limited. Did you manage to get a pair of these or not? Let me know down in the comments. And then the other release, which was on Saturday, and of course it is this crazy Yeezy Knit Runner boot in the sulfur colorway. Now I don't know how this release went. Obviously this was a North America exclusive, I believe only available on the Confirmed app and Yeezy Supply. So if you're out in the US, let me know whether you managed to get a pair of these. If you went for them, what was your experience like? I would imagine they're ridiculously limited, so I assume that's kind of how it went down. A whole bunch of L's. Now another one that I wanted to kind of throw in here as a recap. This is a US exclusive thing as well, so we're not going to spend too much time. But a Nike Dunk Reserve. Did you manage to get, were you part of this? I believe this was on the Thursday, so maybe November the 11th. This is something that we never get here in the UK. We never get a Jordan Reserve or a Nike Dunk Reserve, anything like that. This is always something that seems to be out in the US. So yeah, a bunch of different dunks released. Let me know if you managed to get any of these. But that's pretty much it for the recap. Let me know if there was anything in there that I missed out that you managed to hit on. I'd be interested to know down in the comments. Let's get into this news, guys. Right, we're gonna start off nice and easy with just a pretty clean, full ready pair of Nike Dunks. This is called the Bronze Eclipse, and apparently this is dropping on November the 24th. So again, just a regular pair of Dunks. We've been getting them heavy this year. It looks very GR in terms of the material, so nothing special there. But if you do like this, again, this should be dropping on November the 24th. All right, we finally got some more information on this pair of shoes, which has been leaked and rumored for the longest time. And of course, that is the latest triple collaboration, of course, Sacai, Nike, and Kaws. Not many people have been too hot on the Blazer Low kind of model itself. So it's interesting to see how these are going to do, what people are going to be up with them. There is a couple different colorways of this. We do now have official images of this blue, green, and a bunch of other colors, predominantly blue pair, which should be dropping in November. I believe I saw some date around the 17th of November. This article is just saying November, but now I assume this is going to have a Nike sneakers release, potentially some kind of Kaws or Sacai website release as well. Yeah, just a quick mention of that. We finally got a release date on this pair, but let's get into this next story because this is one of the more interesting ones. Take a look at this pair of sneakers right here. So what you're looking at is, yes, first off, you're gonna think, what the hell's going on with this? And then you understand this collaboration a little bit more. This is a Swarovski Nike Air Force One, and it's just got a bunch of madness on the top. I actually quite like this pair of shoes. At first I was like, bruh, what is that? And then I kind of took it, you know what, I could style these. I could make them look pretty cool. I could, you know, I kind of like that black pair specifically. It kind of looks slimy and grungy. Of course, it does have the Swarovski crystals all over the top. They're just a little studs. Maybe that's a hot take. Maybe nobody else thinks so. I'm not too sure how people are feeling about this. Apparently these are coming right right around the corner in both a triple white and a triple black colorway. So what you're looking at is basically this like almost molded plastic on the top, which is all weird with a bunch of lines, almost like they took melted plastic and just dripped it over the top of the sneaker. And then you get obviously all of the Swarovski crystals, and then you get these little screws which hold that, I guess, plastic shroud in place, which you can unscrew, and I guess it's just a regular Air Force One underneath. Now, as far as a release date, I would imagine these are dropping either this month or next month, so right around the corner in the next couple weeks. I will have some more information on this as some more information comes out. If you are interested, hopefully these don't come with a super hefty price tag, which I would imagine they would be pretty expensive, but again, we're gonna have to wait and see. Yeezy brand is not done with the Yeezy Foam Runner. We got another colorway that is confirmed to be releasing next month in December, and it is this one right here. This is the Yeezy Foam Runner MX Sand Gray. Doesn't seem like there's too much gray in here. It's a little bit more of a brownish color. There is some gray towards the back. Now this rendered image makes it look pretty colorful. However, we do have an on foot look, kind of a little bit more of an accurate look. There is some kind of pink or red on the top of it. It's gonna have that same swirling effect that we've seen from all of the other MX versions. Again, December 2021. I imagine Yeezy brand is gonna go hard over Christmas time and holiday season like they did last year. So expect a bunch of different sneakers. As far as this colorway itself, I think it actually does look pretty cool. I think I like the colors mixed in, pretty much an all over darker brown base and with some colors kind of splashed in there on the mixture effect. But yeah, like I said, December, let's keep it moving. Okay, let's talk about this real quick. Yeezy brand and how crazy their sneakers have been getting. Listen, we had the knit runner, then we had the insulated boot, and then we had the knit runner boot. All three of those, I think, are extremely polarizing sneakers. Like, have you seen some of the on-foot pictures for those insulated boots? I was about to buy them, and I just thought, geez, they just, I don't know if I can pull those things off. Either way, we've got another knit runner colorway coming, and I'd be very interested to hear your guys' opinion on this one right here. Take a look. This one seems to be a little bit more of, I would say, a toned down earthy version in terms of the colorway, as opposed to that bright yellow pair that we had for the original launch colorway. Now this one is going to be releasing in February of next year. So Yeezy brand is going to be leaning into these crazier footwear designs, and it seems like this is the future of Yeezy. Whether you like that or not, it is happening, guys. I actually think this colorway looks pretty cool. I've had the Yeezy knit runner. I've reviewed the sulfur colorway, and again, that yellow color is pretty out there. When you have such an out there pair of sneakers, maybe you want to try something a little bit toned down and it'll be easier to rock on a day-to-day. But this is the new colorway. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know what you guys think of the future of Yeezy brand sneakers. All right, I got a little update for you guys because there was some confusion about this pair right here. Of course, the Yeezy 350 blue tint. So we got some more information. So essentially what ended up happening was I mentioned last week on upcoming sneakers that this was going to be dropping in December on the 16th. Now I said that they were going to be dropping on the 16th due to the fact that I had a end clothing launch page error come up, and it showed a countdown of the exact days when this sneaker was going to be launching on their website. So I put two and two together, coupled that with the fact that when these originally released, they dropped on December the 16th, and I was like, cool, they're dropping on December the 16th. And then a bunch of information came out that these released, I believe, last week. So to clarify what is going on right now with this pair of sneakers, when is it dropping, or did it already have its release? So apparently this is what happened. It dropped in specific regions or in specific countries. I believe it was somewhere in Asia where these actually dropped on Adidas. However, there is going to be a wider release on December the 16th. Also, apparently I've heard that these are not going to be dropping in North America. In fact, they should be dropping everywhere but North America. I would imagine December the 16th seems pretty likely, just based off of what I've seen and the raffles that have popped up. So yeah, I'm just gonna say be ready for a December release. However, again, something could change. These already could have restocked just in those regions, and that's about it. All right, moving over to a pair of Jordan 1 lows. That's exactly what you guys wanted to hear, isn't it? Take a look at these. I actually think these look really, really clean. Now, I am showing you guys this and giving you some information on this because after last week's episode, I had a lot of people in the comments mention this pair of shoes, which I thought was pretty cool. People really like this colorway. Now, of course, this is called the Jordan 1 Low Mocha, or actually it's called Light Chocolate. So this is going to be dropping on November the 19th, so sometime next week. Now, because it is a Jordan 1 Low and their releases are not typically on the Nike sneakers app, they're not typically a huge thing. There's not a bunch of hype going around about it. November the 19th should be the US release date and the wider release date. So if you haven't had this pair of sneakers drop in your region, they should be coming very, very soon. I'm definitely going to try to get my hands on this. I do want to check it out. So, of course, we spoke about the Jordan 2 Off-White drop that we just had. I already spoke about the Union Jordan 2 that is going to be releasing next year. Well, guess who's jumping on the bandwagon as well? We're getting quite a mixture here for that Jordan 2 silhouette. J Balvin leaked or teased his upcoming Jordan 2 collaboration. Now, this is apparently glow in the dark. So if you take a look at this image here, it looks like the shoe itself is under some kind of UV light. You can't really tell too much about the sneaker model itself, except for the fact that it is obviously a Jordan 2. The midsole, or the outsole specifically, looks like it is glowing in the dark. Now, we don't have too much information on this. However, J Balvin did kind of drop these images, I imagine, on his Instagram or Twitter or something like that. But that's pretty much it. That's all we have, all we can expect. 2022 may just be the year of the Jordan 2. We got some new looks at the upcoming confirmed Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low in this reverse mocha colorway. We already know a decent amount about this sneaker. It is confirmed and it is going to be dropping next year. However, this is a more in-hand realistic image which we haven't seen yet. So we've got a couple of these. I think they look pretty solid. I think they look great, actually. I mean, it's a nice pair of Jordan 1 Lows. So if you like these, take a look at these images here. We don't have anything new in terms of when these are going to be dropping next year. All we know for right now is that these are confirmed for next year. A lot of sale, which is really nice from the fragment one. I really liked that. I think those fragments really killed it, the low version. Like, people love those things. I love them as well, which is saying something because I'm not always the biggest Travis Scott sneaker guy, but I really liked those fragment ones. Just to let you know, guys, this is what is going to be dropping next year. Here's a pretty funny story. So Nice Kicks posted on Instagram this right here. So it says, NBA players are struggling to find Kobe sneakers. They coupled this with the caption, "Welcome to the club, NBA players." So I'll read you what they kind of wrote up. Over the past 2 years, a number of players who'd previously been with Under Armour and Adidas did not have their sneaker endorsement contracts renewed, a trend that was accelerated by COVID-19 pandemic. Many of the sneaker free agents went looking for Kobe's. It all adds up to a larger contingent who now have a source problem for their Kobe needs. NBA players who wear size 14 or larger are looking at spending at least $800 for the most basic models of Kobe's. And that's not what they typically wear, but the players are paying, with several telling ESPN they've spent more than 5 figures buying supplies of Kobe's on the secondary market since last spring and summer. So it's just crazy that even NBA players are struggling to find Kobe sneakers, whether this is something due to just obviously there's no more being produced, or whether obviously a bunch of resellers snatched up pairs while they could and now are reselling them back to NBA players who are paying freaking 5 figures for some Kobe sneakers. I just thought this was pretty crazy, and again, like Nice Kick said, welcome to the club, NBA players. Got a look at an upcoming pair of Nike Dunks which just look beautiful. This pair of Nike Dunks right here, take a look at this. This is the LPL Nike Dunk Low, and I think these look super, super nice. So apparently these are coming in holiday season 2021. Looks like they have a glow-in-the-dark outsole. They are blacked out to make it look super stealthy. They've got the white laces, and the Nike swoosh has a white outline. I really like the look of these. It looks like they've got some suede on the toe bar. But one thing I really like about this pair of shoes is the like embroidery or some kind of pattern that they've got on the upper. So if you look around the mudguard and over towards the eye stays, it just looks incredibly detailed with this like etching kind of involved with this pair of sneakers. The red sock liner I think is a great addition as well. It makes them look super clean. Nike swoosh apparently reflects, which is another addition. The entire thing reflects, so that's an extra, whether you like that or not. But I just think in general this looks like a really clean pair of sneakers. Now if you wanted to get your hands on these, it looks like they again going to be dropping in holiday of 2021, so keep your eyes peeled. All right, take this one with a very small grain, a grain of salt. Cop.m on Instagram, and they posted a picture of this. Nike and Stussy sneaker collab is expected to release by the end of the year. Rumors say it's a dunk or an AF1. More info to follow. So of course rumors would say it's a dunk or an AF1 because that's obviously what's going to get the most hype, considering the hype around those previous or the OG, this one right here, this Nike dunk with the pink and the brown. Of course it's going to get people very excited. Now listen, again, grain of salt. I just thought I'd add it in here just in case this happens to be a thing. I, for one, would be very interested in seeing a Stussy AF1 or a dunk, but again, grain of salt, and we're going to leave it at that. Here's a little update on the highly anticipated Maniere Jordan 1. It is coming sooner than I and maybe sooner than you expected. November the 24th is when it's going to be dropping. So this November 24th release date is going to be on Maniere.com. So you have to go and visit their website in order to either enter a raffle or just splash page it and go try and get your pair over there. However, the Nike sneakers release, which is hopefully around the same time, maybe a week after or early December, we're just going to have to wait and see. But as of right now, we do have a confirmed drop. They put out all of their images. I gotta say, these do look super dope on foot. If they're anything like the 3s, which they look pretty damn amazing, I'm afraid for those resale prices. But yeah, like I said, if you want to grab this pair of Jordan 1s, they are going to be dropping on November the 24th. Just a quick update, but let's keep it moving. Right, I thought this was pretty crazy, so I thought I'd mention this one to you. So the headline here from Complex Sneakers on Instagram says, "Ye forced to pay $950,000 in consumer protection lawsuit." And they followed that with the caption, "The rapper formerly known as Kanye West owes nearly $1 million due to being engaged in unlawful business practices and false advertising by failing to ship items in a timely manner," according to the DA's office on Ye's Yeezy brand. Stay tuned for updates. Now, listen, apparently this is something to do with obviously Yeezy's supply. I don't think it's an Adidas thing because he seems to be mainly the one involved with this, or at least that's what these headlines are making it seem. I didn't really know that this was a thing. I didn't know that, one, like his sneakers were being heavily delayed, or that he wasn't shipping them out. He's not freaking packaging them up. His team wasn't shipping them out on time, or whatever the situation is. I never knew this was a thing. I didn't really know that you could have a lawsuit for that. Like maybe, yeah, if you just never shipped them out, or if you took like months to ship something out. But really, I haven't heard any too much upset about this. So let me know if you ordered anything from Yeezy Supply and maybe you didn't get it, or I don't know what is the particular thing is this surrounding. Again, there's not much information to go off, but I did think this was pretty crazy. All right, last one up from me here today. This one is not only crazy, but it's also pretty hilarious at the same time. How do you feel about gaming? Well, maybe you got some extra cash that you wanted to spend on an Xbox. Well, guess what? I got you. This is the Gucci Xbox, guys. This is a collaboration, Xbox and Gucci coming together, something I didn't think I'd ever see in my lifetime. So there's a couple funny things about this. First of all, it comes in that suitcase right there that they have with the green Xbox and the whole Gucci branding and everything. Second of all, you get some custom remote. Of course, the packaging and everything is going to be next level. And then, of course, to add to it, they've customized the Xbox itself. So it is a laser cut monogram motif, and of course, as you can see towards the bottom there, they have the number 001 out of 100. So there's only going to be 100 of these made, and that is it. So you think with all of these things, knowing Gucci and what they are, what's the price tag on this? How much is this going to run me back? If I wanted to get my hands on one of these 1/100s, how much am I going to have to pay? Well, listen to this, $10,000. That is right, Gucci and Xbox are charging you $10K for this. They thought, okay, we understand that's a little bit much, so you know what we'll do? We'll add the Ultimate Pass. You get an Xbox Ultimate Game Pass included in your $10,000 purchase. So, you know, there's that. At least you're getting that, which is a great thing. But yeah, just thought this was pretty wild. Let me know if you would buy this. Would you spend 10 grand on an Xbox? Let's end off on that. Let's end off on that crazy note of an Xbox Gucci collaboration. Either way, guys, that's all the stories I got for you. Again, I want to thank you guys so much for 50K. Listen, thank you for being a part of this channel. Thank you for being a part of this where we get to hang out every single weekend. And of course, all of the reviews and everything during the week. I really do appreciate all of you guys. I never thought I'd get to this point, but here we are. Here we are. So yeah, with that being said, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming through, hanging out for yet again another video. Thank you for liking, commenting, and of course subscribing. I'll catch you guys in the next one. But until then,